What we have here is a 546 speed and a few panels off of a generous 535. If you guys remember the video from a couple months ago where I traded my E31 for two E34s, these are the two E34s. 535 is no longer with us, but the important parts are here and that's what matters. So as I kind of said in that video, if you guys remember, we have a lot of rusty panels or damaged panels. And like I said, E34s wear their rust on their easily replaceable panels. Unlike other cars. So basically repaneling this thing will get it almost all the way there to a really nice car. The car itself is actually sold, believe it or not. I didn't even have to list it. Brendan, E34 friend we met at the Vintage, his brother's been wanting a BMW, came, saw this, fell in love. So I'm doing this to make it a little bit nicer for him. And then as far as the doors go, we won't be putting those in this video because I told him, hey, look, cheaper price, you take the doors, do it yourself, or price goes up, I'll do the doors. Doors are a pain, a lot of transferring stuff because they were early doors. So he's gonna take care of that for me, makes my life easier, but unfortunately they won't be in this video. But anyway, without further ado, we have some panels to swap. No mechanical work today, just some cosmetic rehab. So should be a little easier than the typical mechanical overhaul. We're gonna start with what is arguably gonna be the most annoying part, and that is transferring the trunk. Trunk itself is easy, but you gotta get the harness out of it. So I remember I did this on my old 540 and I made some stupid mistake that made me have to redo everything. I think the way I routed it. So you just have to be mindful of that, but we gotta pull off the trunk liner interior first, then dig out all these wires. It's kind of annoying, and it's also kind of annoying when your car actually has these caps over the bolts. Rare. Okay, toolkit's out. Now a million of these super annoying clips. Now we are left with the harness, which runs to obviously all the tail lights, the license plate lights, the lock actuator. It's actually not that much. It's just a matter of some of them are kind of awkward to get to. I took the harness out of the other trunk already, so it's fresh in my mind. I'm gonna take a picture so I know the routings. So we got the lock. I'm gonna undo the key and what looks like the lock mechanism, and then hopefully I can move the entire assembly with both linkages over to unhook it. Oh, like you see, I think I just locked the car. Yeah, this is different on the early trunk, I think. So this has to, and for the key, I mean, you don't want to mix match keys, so this kind of has to get done anyway. So we're undoing these, then that one, and then we can pull our lock out. And then that should allow us to, oh yeah, here we go. Bring this, which is our actuator, and now we have easy access to the plugs. And voila, harness is out, 4 bolts, and then it's gonna kind of fall, yep. Doing this with one person's a little trickier, but it's possible. Oh, gone with the rusty junk trunk. Oh, I forgot, we gotta, the bottom one has to be out, the top ones can be slotted. Okay, one side in, 2. It is really that easy. And now I have to adjust. We're gonna go off basically the shadows that were left from the old hardware, or like the shadows in the paint. Let's see. Let's not break our clip. Oh yeah. Look at that. Boom. And the alignment is perfect. We followed right just how it was, and we have no problems. Just look how nice this car is looking already. Right off the bat. I mean, that makes it look like $1,000,000. We're running out of daylight. We'll get the wiring and the rest of the car tomorrow, so I'll see you guys then. You'll have to excuse me that this is literally bits and pieces throughout July 4th like weekend, so there will be clips from multiple days here getting this job done. But 535's trunk, we have to remove the old lock mechanism because obviously our lock needs to work, and then we got to remove the old actuator here. So we will pop out the linkage. So yeah, this is the old lock actuator, and it has like a side mount harness, and the modern 540, the 95 is a 2-plug right here. So yeah, these are different. So when I said, oh yeah, everything swaps over easily, take back what I said. So BMW uses a different actuator on the 95s versus the early cars. It's thicker, it doesn't fit up in the internals of the trunk, really weird, and it's shorter, so the arm doesn't reach properly. So I had to relocate it. You can see here, really ugly. I had to do a lot of kind of manhandling, but the original holes right here did not work. I did these pilot holes right here. They weren't in the right spot. I had to lower it and drill some holes right here. Now we got it fastened, everything's working. It locks, it unlocks, the lights are all working. So you can see we are back in order. So now all we need to do is put the trunk liner back on, and we are all done with our trunk swap. I'm swapping over the trunk stoppers right here because they are different. On the later trunk, they have these little electrical connectors, which I guess ground out and dictate, I think, your trunk lights. Plus the ones on this trunk were kind of bent up, so the trunk was a little uneven when it was sitting flush. So put these in. Luckily, these are just a straight swap. All right, that's good. Okay, trunk liner. The little gray covers that are still intact, how sweet. And our trunk swap is done. While we're in the rear here, we're gonna swap out the rear bumper. What we want to try to salvage is this trim. We'll move this out the way. We're gonna lift it, and then this thing right here has to slide over this. Okay? And then you have to get this light through this hole while you're doing it. So you gotta watch the light and get the sliders on. No. Okay, so pick it up. Okay. Now, good slide.
Where's the hole for the light?
Right, a little, we gotta go further in. It's right here. Put your side. Push it on more. No, no, more back. Yeah, right there.
This one?
No, no, back.
This?
Yeah. So get it up. Okay, you got the light through?
Yeah.
Okay, now set up the slider. Mine's on. Okay, now we gotta push it on these. Oh yeah, look at that. Perfect. Thanks, Sad, that's it. Our trim piece that we saved. And we have a crack-free rear bumper. Look at that, we eliminated rust, cracked bumper. I mean, look how much nicer a car looks when you don't have a rusty trunk lid and a cracked up bumper. That's the quickest way to make a car look like junk. So to get this sunroof out, we have to tilt. Oh, I got it wrong. You don't tilt it, you open it halfway. And that way, the clips that we're looking for are in the front. Okay, we got one. Oh, this one already unclipped. Okay, so it's unclipped. Okay, so we left it. It slides into the headliner, and now we have access to the Torx. There's 3 on each side. With it in the tilted position, you can access all 3 actually pretty easily. It's not bad at all. So look at this. This is what it looks like from inside the car. Right there, you got 1, 2, 3. Same thing on this side, 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna loosen these really quickly, and then it literally just comes right off all the tracks. You don't have to touch any of the tracking, any of the cassette. It's literally just the panel. And now, just comes up and out. Look at this ugly, ugly rusty panel. I don't even know how this even happens. I'm guessing rock chip or moisture or something. That's pretty wild. I've never seen one of these rust. Here's our replacement. Set it up. Yeah, it's all lined up. Okay, let's see if it closes. Let's see how that went. It's a little low. Okay, we got to adjust it in the rear because it's way low. Oh yeah. Okay, it's adjusted good. So now I'm gonna slide the cassette back, and we're gonna put the sunroof back halfway. Pull the cassette forward. Look at that. Sunroof panel replaced. Check it out. No more rust. Piece by piece. She's getting to be a nice car again. And we're going to move on to the front and make the front end look better. So I'm gonna take the front bumper off because to replace the fender you need to. And I'm actually gonna spray. I'm gonna try to do a little bit of body work down here, and by body work I mean quickly sand and then spray it with like a satin finish to make it look like a correct lip, because the scrapes and the peeled spray can don't look very good. It's not gonna look great when I do it, but it'll look better, and then we're gonna do the headlight and stuff. So just like the rear bumper, we gotta pop off our trim. Oh, little crack. I knew there was not a light in this. I could feel it. Okay, one trim. Ah. Oh my God. Okay, that one had the light in it. That's why it was hard to get out. Okay, disconnect the fogs. This fog's missing a lens, so I'm gonna see if I have a spare. Okay, so I'm going to sand up this front lip with some 320. Try to just get it smoother before I spray it. It's not gonna be perfect, like I said, but better than nothing, so start sanding away. So I sanded it down as best I could with 320, and then I went up to 1,000, which I should have done like a 600 then 1,000, but it became quickly apparent to me that this needs like Bondo and like filler. because it's two lips morphed together. I don't know if I mentioned that, but stock E34 lip ends here, and he literally cut off another stock E34 lip, or I guess lower part of the bumper, and kind of like plastic welded them together, which creates kind of a cool front air dam. It actually looks really good, but it definitely needs filler here from the bodywork. I don't have time to do the filler, nor do I care to do the filler. So sanded it, smoothed it. At least we got like the chipped paint smoothed down. Now we're gonna primer it, and then we're gonna spray it. Okay, we have it primed, so now we're gonna spray it. I'm using what I have on hand, which is semi-gloss black. Change of plans on the fender. I asked Brennan and his brother if they would want the incorrect early fender or if they would prefer to keep this and do PDR. They said keep this, do PDR. So we're gonna keep the fender on. So one less thing that we'll be doing on video, but what am I gonna do, right? I think that's kind of a better idea. But we're gonna do the headlight now and the corner light. We're gonna have to pull off the front clip before we can get to that though. Push the tab. Okay, you got two clips there and then two here that clip into that support. Okay. Here's our replacement headlight. Somehow that car came with late model headlights, so. I forgot how annoying it is to get the headlight out with the 540. So I had to get the corner light out from the back, which on a 540 is a nightmare. Of course, the one headlight that's broken on this car is the one that the booster's in the way, everything's in the way. To get this bolt that mounts the headlights from the back, it's so rusty, it might be impossible. Okay, came out easily, thank God. Good headlight with a good corner light. Plug them in. Plug it in. Slot her in. Now we can put our grill back on. Now we can put our fascia. Time and time again, I'll tell you guys, I'm not a body guy. So that's the lip. Like I said, it needed filler, but if you look at it from, 10 feet, 5 feet, looks a lot better than when you see all the Bondo peeking through from when he combined them. So, it just looks better, right? Up close, no, but as a whole, like from afar, the different colors is what you see, right? So it looks a lot better. Not perfect, but better. We got new fog light with a bracket that actually works. So you have to flip this upside down on the freshly painted lip. Wonderful. Old bracket, old fog lights already gone with the wind. Now, our good one here. And I swear, fog lights that don't have broken brackets are literally a dime a dozen. So this is a meaningful piece of my stock here that I'm giving up. I got a spare trim here, luckily, since I cracked the other one. Boom. Well, let's go without a busted headlight and a really mixed-matched front bumper and a busted fog light. I'm happy with that. The hood's got some rust spots, but I don't have a hood for them, unfortunately. Wide nose stuff like I said, I don't really get any of that. So it is kind of what it is, but it looks better. Well, there we have it. We brought some life back into this old 540. I didn't do a lot here. There was more I wanted to do. It would have been really satisfying to have a full transformation with new doors and stuff, but that's just not how it's going to work. When you have a buyer and you already arrange things, that's just how it has to be. So I took care of most of it for him, but the doors are on him and he's going to figure out the fender. So tomorrow, Brendan and his brother will be here. We'll say hi, we'll go for a drive, and we'll send this thing off, farewell. And yeah, but I mean, just with a wash and some new panels, this thing looks like $1 million. When this thing has new doors on it, it will literally look like a perfect car. We got Brennan here, we got Ryan here. We met Brennan at the Vintage. Ryan couldn't be there because he didn't have a BMW.
His little brother.
Little brother, so the story is kind of funny. You guys came a couple weeks ago and they were visiting and they wanted to see the E90 to see, because you were kind of interested in the E90s, right?
A little bit.
So tell us, where did you want a BMW? What kind of BMW did you want?
I just wanted something that would be reliable daily as my first car.
E90.
E90, yeah.
E90.
Great choice, dude.
Not really a great choice, but you know, I just got it, and I've driven Brendan's E34. And
yeah, Brendan's got an E34, so he kind of
that car. And now Josh showed us this one, and I just figured, you know, why not outdo him?
Yeah, because he didn't know if he wanted like an E90 or something older, and he drove the E90, and we came back from the test drive, and what'd you say? You said, I don't think I want an E90 anymore.
I said, now I know what I don't want.
Now he knows what he doesn't want. That's, you know, that's what we're here for, man. So he saw the 540, was sitting with a flat tire under the tree, looking absolutely in despair, and he said, no, that's the one. We're going to get you your first drive in it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or are you make Brendan drive it?
Both.
Both. All right, we're going to test drive it, make sure it's all, you know, all there. So we're going to let Brendan get a feel for it first, since he's a resident E34 driver, huh?
Something like that.
Got to make sure it's legit. Got to make sure it's not a B30 swapped in here. Hey man, if you blow it up on the test drive, man, you know, you're gonna be getting it home.
It'd be pretty hard for an M60.
Yeah, it would be pretty hard.
That's a heck of a
If me and Hunter kept this thing alive, then I think you guys will be just fine.
Yeah, dude, that was crazy.
Yeah, Hunter was driving the hell out of this thing, man, and that was with no front brakes. You excited?
Yeah, dude.
What exhaust is on it, you know?
I think it's a muffler delete and then some sort of aftermarket like mid resonator.
Gotcha.
He said something about like a Borla or something, but that doesn't make sense because I don't see a muffler.
Yeah.
So it's got no muffler on it, and then yeah, it's just like a, yeah, who knows? It could be a freaking homemade. I have no idea.
It sounds good. That's all.
Yeah, that sounds great. I mean, it's a fun little project, right? It's an easier way to get into a 540. I mean, it's to get a 540 6-speed that's, you know, mint condition these days. It's gonna run you a ton of money. These are getting expensive.
And for him as a first car.
Oh, this is a great first car, dude. He's got fun. I was asking Brendan, I was like, are you jealous that your brother's got a 540 now? Got a 540 6-speed.
I was giving him crap about it the entire time.
Yeah. He said he was giving you a hard time about it.
I like my measly 525 though.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is a really good kind of first introduction to BMW.
Yeah.
I mean, you got enough power, but I don't think, you know, 540 is enough. Well, 540 is definitely enough power to get yourself in trouble and kill yourself. Let's just put it that way. But it's not like a, you know, 500 horsepower F80 or something. I think it's a lot. These are pretty driver friendly.
So the B40s are like, I want to say like 280 at 5,800.
Yeah, 282, 286, or or right around there. 290. I don't remember off the top of my head. I don't know the number.
I think it's like around 280 at 5800 for horsepower, but then like 290 torque at like 4500.
Oh really? They make more torque than power?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, you probably know more than me.
That sounds right.
Yeah, no, it's definitely around that mark for sure. How's that feel? First pull. You intimidated?
That's awesome. Oh, you're gonna have so much fun in this. I'm getting a little jealous now.
Ah, Brennan's getting jealous. He's gonna do whatever he can to not let the sale go through. So you know what? Actually, no, this thing's not good, bro.
Yeah, actually, Ryan, don't buy this car.
Yeah, don't buy this car. Dude, something's wrong with it.
You see me go out of town next weekend. Some sports seats are a must for my car.
Dude, right? That's what, literally I was driving this yesterday, I'm like, oh. I'm like thinking about like the turbo car, I'm like, man, I really do have comfort seats in my turbo car. And like you never see black sports seats. I mean, you don't really see sports seats at all, but like black ones, I was like,
That's wheel too.
Yeah, the wheel's in good shape. Yeah, I mean, this car, the guy took good care of it mechanically. It was just a matter of daily driving it, you know, in the Midwest, so the rust kind of had its way with stuff. But like even like I was saying, like even doing the brakes, like stuff's all rusty, but like nothing was seized, like nothing was hard to undo. It's got, I didn't even realize, it's got a poly front upper control arm bushings.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so like the front suspension's been done. I don't know how long ago, but yeah, like it's had a lot of supplemental mods. I was looking at the shocks. The springs are H&R, I think.
Nice.
I can't remember the brand. You know, one of those brands, but like good springs, lowering springs. He said he did the shocks at the same time, so it's kind of got a lot of the important stuff done. I mean, you guys will have your fun with the door swaps and kind of stuff here and there.
What's your plan with the car long term? Do you have one?
I just want to, first car, just keep it as long as I can, and just build it how I want it.
Drive it, enjoy it.
Drive it, enjoy it.
Some M parallels on this thing or what?
Maybe.
Justin Murray would love that.
Yeah, Justin Murray would love that. Yeah, I don't have any wheels to upsell you with the car, unfortunately, right now. So you're gonna have to get her on the stocks.
I'm not too worried about driving some stocks for a while.
Yeah, you learn to really appreciate the stock comfort, you know. It's drives nice. It's, you don't gotta worry about curbing them. You don't gotta worry about none of that stuff. All right, Ryan, it's your time. It's your time to shine.
That'll be fun for me if there is an issue.
I got that M62 on the stand. And then yeah, washer fluid though. You got the hang of it right away, dude. How's it feel?
I really do like that clutch.
It is a really nice clutch. That's how you know you could beat on this thing for a little bit and not worry about it. And that's the best part right there. Like not having to worry about a clutch job.
Yeah.
Those suck.
Especially on V8s.
Oh yeah. You need that special T60 extended bolt or socket. Yeah, I was looking at this car yesterday when I detailed it. No warping. A little bit on the airbag, but like no warping on this and hardly any on the airbag cover. That's so rare. And that's how you know this car. So it may have seen rust from driving in the streets, but it was always in a garage.
Yeah.
So like that's why the interior stayed nice, because like a Southern car won't have rust, but the interior will be destroyed.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's what actually rusts cars worse. Is I heard that, like, you know, you drive in the salt and the snow and stuff, and it's like it is what it is. But it's when it warms up and all that melts on the car is when like the reaction, I guess, happens. So basically, like this guy drove it like he was a pilot, drove it, snow, whatever, rain, daily drove it, and then would park it in a garage, and it would just time after time the doors would just getting chewed and stuff like that. So. you're obviously probably gonna start the drive back, right? This, you make Brendan drive the doors.
I don't know, you give me this thing on 55,
You'll never see him again. He'll be back home in 2 hours.
There's nothing.
And then it is a right here, unless you want to keep going, by all means, drive the shit out of it, do whatever you want to do. If you want to take this thing on the highway and do a $150, be my guest. That's how old you're 17, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. My first E34 was a 525 non-Vanos when I was, I guess, 18. I think 18. Yeah. Get air over the speed bumps. I see your style. Yeah, that's a good. I mean, they're either, you can't go wrong. Any E34. I mean, these are
Great for its car.
pretty failure-prone engines. Like an E39 540, as we learned from mine, things can go wrong real quick. Real wrong, real quick. These things, dude, as long as you don't have a Nicocell issue, which, knock on wood, I mean, if you don't have it, you probably won't get it. But
Yeah.
we have seen it. We have seen it happen.
Yeah.
That was one thing I was wondering with this car, because it was, obviously it's been driven a ton and it was so well taken care of when back in late 90s, early 2000s when they had the recall and did the alusil block.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was done on this car, or if it's still a Nicocell block.
I don't know what I know. The 840 had it had the sheet that said like, hey, you need a recall.
Right.
And
apparently you can check, there's like a code on the back of the block that tells you.
oh yeah, I mean, I think the block itself would tell you kind of which is which. I haven't dug that into this car like that, so I mean, I don't know, at this point in time, like, you kind of have to assume it was done, or if it wasn't done, then you're fine as long as you put premium in it. Yeah, you'll find yourself just going into fifth gear on this all the time.
It's weird getting used to the short shift. It's cool though.
Yeah, the short shifter is nice, but it's definitely way different than a stock E34.
Yeah.
I don't know what brand it is or anything, but it's decent. It'll be a left. Yeah, that's true, right where that car's about to pass. That's how you know this guy's an E34 veteran. He's threw the tools right in the car.
I've been here before.
Yeah, right in the trunk. How was the first drive?
It was amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You gonna have fun driving it back home?
Yeah, dude.
You're going back to where? Missouri, yeah.
So 4 hours from here.
4 hours, that's it?
Yeah, straight
It's
down.
not, oh yes, you're St. Louis, I forgot. You're further. You're further away. Kansas City boy over here, which is where my first E34 came from. So, not that it's a full circle by any means, but it's interesting. You know, we got a Kansas City guy. First E34, my first E34 came from Kansas City. What a roundabout way to say that those things relate, but somehow they do.
Any of you guys out west, and you need some help, hit me up.
Yeah, this guy just loves driving, man. He went and picked up doors for Jameson in Colorado with DBO.
Yeah.
Chris, right? Sold them? Yeah.
Jameson bought some sports seats off of them, LSG seats, so I went out and picked those up, took them to Jameson, and he hooked me up with some doors for my car, so.
Yeah, and then the next few days later, then you drove all the way up here, right?
Yeah.
And looked at this thing, and now you guys are back. Just putting miles on, man.
They eat them up.
They do eat them up.
I'm driving.
And there is our 546 speed chronicles. Over before they even started, basically, but
Going to a good home.
have another one coming. Another one coming. Yeah, it's going to a good home. I know you guys will take care of it. Have fun with it. So, roll down the window so I can say bye to you the right way. Ryan, it's a pleasure. Enjoy your new 540. Keep us updated on it. Join the group.
Oh yeah. Make it a Facebook on the way.
Yeah, there you go. We got all the doors packed in the back of the Ford. So this guy's ready to get this thing home, do a door swap. It's gonna look like a freaking, it's gonna look like a $10,000  546 speed, dude.
You'll see it, vintage 2025.
Vintage 2025 is gonna be for sale, probably 4 times what he paid. All about hooking the people up. There we have our little 546 speed revitalization, and now it's in new hands, and that's what I like to do. See, could have parted it out, but no, it's going to the hands of a guy who's never had an E34, and that's the fun. I can't keep them all, but at least they're going to go to a good home. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you in the next one.